Eddie White Embers Nest podcast. Tough loss today to Atlanta, losing 3-1. How would you rate your individual performance in this one? What do you think of how you personally played?
I feel like the individual is only, the sum of the parts, so could have been better, and there's definitely things to improve on individually.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you had a double-double of 33 assists, 10 digs, but obviously a tough loss in this one. What would you say the difference was in this one? In the first set, Grand Rapids wins 25-21, but of course, then falls the next three times. What would you say was a big change set to set?
I think we backed off a little bit on our serving in the second set, so that took pressure off of them and allowed them to run their offense pretty clean. And then in those challenge situations, we just have to get better at answering the call. That's what this game is high stakes, high rewards, but it's who steps up in those pressure moments and puts the ball away.
Eddie White, Embers Nest podcast. In this one, obviously tough, losing to Atlanta 3-1. What would you say the difference was? The first set, Grand Rapids obviously comes out, wins 25-21, and then didn't go the way the team wanted after that. What would you say the big change was, set one to the remainder?
I think in set one we served really tough, and that kind of caused problems on their side and allowed us to get a good block set up and good defensive plays. But I think we kind of got away from that as the sets went on, and we kind of backed off a little bit on our serving, and I think they just executed their game plan a little bit better than us. And I think that starts in practice. Every point matters, and just getting back, and they're a good team. So having a quick turnaround for Orlando.
Yeah, definitely. So you had a week off, about a week for this one, but then Orlando is coming up next. What challenges do you face on the short turnaround versus time when you have a longer rest like you did before this one?
Having a short turnaround, we just really have to focus on recovery, and tonight just making sure we're stretching well and getting good sleep. So we'll be traveling tomorrow with an early practice, so just taking care of ourselves and getting our minds right for the next challenge.
You individually have been playing very well the last several matches. In this one, you had a hitting percentage of .382, led the team in total points. How do you reconcile, or I guess, how do you emotionally deal with, personally, perhaps having a good performance, but obviously not getting the result that you want as a team?
I think I just try to do everything I can for the team, and my teammates put me in great positions, and it's a team sport, and it's going to happen with individual performances and results. So I think just coming together as a team and working hard in practice and, focus on that.
In this one, you've played quite a few matches now for the Grand Rapids Rise, but it comes off of quite a long professional absence. I believe you last played in Sweden. So what has it been like acclimating to professional volleyball after such a long time away?
It's been a lot of joy. It's been a lot of fun. I think being away for so long has brought a really nice perspective on hey, I get to do this. And so it's been really fun to have that. It's certainly, the game is really fast, and so it took me a second to catch up to that speed. But every day I feel very blessed to be able to go to practice and just play volleyball for my job again.
And going off of that, what was it like trying to train and get your body back into shape and get yourself into professional volleyball shape again after so long away from the game?
I've still continued to play a ton, and so my body was in shape. It's just the eye work, catching up to the speed of the set, the speed of the swings and everybody. So that took, maybe about a week, I'd say.
All right, fair enough. In this one, you did play pretty well. You had 9 total points. That was tied for second on the team. How do you reconcile an individual performance that went pretty well, at least statistically, with, of course, a result that you didn't want as a team?
It's hard to think about the things I did well when we had a loss there. It just really, it stings. I want another chance at them. They played really well, and we just need to, focus for a little bit longer period of time.
In this one, you have a quick turnaround for Orlando versus this one. You had a bit of a time off from a game action at least. What are some challenges on short rest versus a more extended time?
We got to get up. We have practice in the morning, and then we got to pack, and we got to get ready to get on a plane. And so we kind of got to you know, we got to forget this match quick and then get on the scouting report really quick. So just having that ability to move on to the next thing very fast and kind of, all right, let's learn from this tonight, and then tomorrow we hit the ground running for Orlando.
Does the team have a rule? Like I've heard some teams say like the 24-hour rule. Does the team have a rule, or is it more every player handles the loss or the win in their own way before the next match?
I think every player handles, you know, it in their own way. You know, a lot of the girls have been doing this for a pretty long time, so, you know, I think they're pretty good at it.